As I didn't have a balance charger for lithium ion and LiPo batteries, I thought I'd get a cheap one. This is iMAX B6. Actually, it's constructed really well. It looks good, and it's very cheap. I think you can get these by themselves for about £18 from the UK, but you can also get them with a power brick. So if you've got your own power supply, which is between 11 and 18 volts, about 6 amps, I think, then you don't necessarily need the power brick with it. But I got one with a power brick, and that cost about £25. And so this is the power brick which I got with it, and the output is 15 volts at 6 amps that came with this one. It's also, you get a few leads which come with the actual charger. So start off with, I haven't used this lead, so it's if I think the power jack is for the input of the charger. So I guess if you want to actually run it from an external source which isn't a power brick, you can use that. And then there's a LiPo adapter for charging LiPo batteries with this type of connector. And then there's another lead which looks like it actually plugs into the LiPo adapter. So you plug the LiPo adapter in and then this one in, and it's got various connectors at the other end for charging various types of battery. But they're not the balance leads, so the balance leads are separate, and it didn't come with any balance leads itself, but I've made a couple up. So you get these connectors on eBay, and I've just made it up for my custom batteries. So I made a multi-way there and several way there, and also this charger can do nickel metal hydride batteries, so I made an adapter for a PP3 battery as well. So on the charger, on one side, it's got the input power. So just plug the power brick in there. It's also got a connector for a temperature sensor, which I haven't used. And on the other end, it's got banana plugs for doing the actual charging power, the output charging power. And it shows you which one's positive, which one's negative. It's red and black as well. And it's got the balance charger port, so you can do, I think it's that's 2 cell up to about 6 cell, I think it is. Yeah, 2 cell to 6 cell. It shows you on the top what they are. But also, which is really handy, is because these connectors, if I take a look at this connector I got, that black wire is actually the positive wire, but you can tell that because when you plug it in, if I plug it into the right place, you can see the black wires on the left there, but it shows you the positives on that side. So if you make up your own cables, it's quite handy to have these positive and negative symbols up the top, so you know when you plug the lead in if you've wired it up correctly. So I'll plug the power adapter in, and it lights up, and the display is pretty good as well. After a few seconds it goes into kind of sleep mode where the display is still on, but the backlight sort of goes a bit dimmer. So I've used this to charge up 9-volt nickel metal hydride and a LiPo cell, a 3 cell LiPo cell I think it is, but I want to charge lithium ion just as a demo in this video. So first of all, you can select the battery type, so it's already on what I want, but if I just go through, it goes through the different various battery chemicals that it can charge. It can charge up quite a few different types of lithium batteries. So I don't want lithium poly, I want lithium ion for this particular thing. And then if you click on start, and it takes you through, first of all selecting how many cells and whatever you need. So I want 3 cell, 1 amp hour. And if I just find my cable, this is my 3 cell cable. So I need to plug in 2 things on this side. I need the balance cable, which is this cable, and then I need the banana plugs for actually doing, they're actually on my battery. Okay, so I've got the battery here, if I can get it all on video at the same time. So you've got to be careful, the I'm not going to plug this in yet to the battery, because otherwise these two ends touching might cause a big issue. They'll short out. So I'll plug it into the charger first. So I'm going to plug that. I'm doing it through the camera, so it's a bit difficult to see. So first of all, you plug in the actual power part, and then on my battery itself, I've put a little charger port myself, because this is just like a few lithium cells which I've knocked up myself, and I've made it so that the connector's got a polarizing space there, so I don't get this the wrong way round. I just plug this into my battery there, and now I can plug main part of my battery in, as long as I've got it all connected right. So that's my battery connected. I'll just go back to looking at this. When you click on start, it does a check to make sure that it looks like it's connected properly. Oh yeah, hold down start to start, sorry. So it does a quick check. And then it says if it thought something different was connected, then it wouldn't get to this. It would actually beep an error and tell you, but it reckons it's correct. Otherwise, it wouldn't allow you to get onto the next part. Then you just press start. It will start charging. It tells you what the cell pack voltage is, and charged in time, and the charging current. And you can go left and right to see different screens. I usually go onto the right hand screen, and it shows you what each cell in the pack actually the voltage is, and it shows you as it's charging up. And then because it can go up to 6 cells, it's got the 6 voltages, but because I've only got 3 cells connected, that's the 3 cell voltages. I just leave it like that, and I let it charge up. And when it's charged up to the voltage, you can set what the maximum voltage you want it to charge up to is. Anything up to 4.2 volts per cell. And then when it's finished charging, it will beep and let you know.